All right, and there you have it. We are live for the Sharks versus the Dragons. It's an away game, so that means that, and well, actually, I was looking at the stats recently, and the Sharks away track record. I think they are 5 losses from their last 5 away games. So it's not exactly a great stat to be boasting about. It just hopefully they stop that now, and actually hopefully they get a second win in a row, because that's been one of their biggest issues. Is they will produce a huge performance and then capitulate in the next game. So hopefully they'll actually kick on from here. We have no excuse to lose this game. We've pretty much got our full strength side. The only person I can see missing there is Etzebeth, and I think that's because his child has just been born. Um, going through the teams, start with the home side and the Dragons. We got Rodri Jones, Brad Roberts, and Leon Brown in the front row. Joe Davies and Matthew Screech in locking it down, and then you got Ryan Woodman, Ollie Griffiths, Aaron Wainwright, the Welsh international, in the back row. Then on to Dane Blacker at 9, Will Reed at 10, Jared Rosser at 11, Harry Ackerman and Steph Hughes, 12, 13. Rio Dyer, the absolutely sensational winger, at 14, and Kai Evans at 15. They'll obviously be running out against the Sharks, and their lineup looks like this: Oxen Che, Fez Mbata, and Hanro Jacobs in the front row, Kone Ral and Karant Grobler locking it down. Then James Venter, Lapis Lapiskachny, and and Pepsi Buthelezi in the back row. Jaden Hendrickson preferred to Grant Williams in the starting lineup this week. I think those two are just pretty much on rotation at this point. And still putting Cohen Bosch at fly half, with Mapimpi, Francois Fenta, Lucanio Werner Koch, and Epilele Fassi in an unchanged back line, other than Hendrickson, obviously. Going on to the benches, for the Dragons, we've got James Benjamin at 16, Rodrigo Martinez at 17, and Luke Yendel at 18. George Young, Tane Basham, Rory Williams, Joe Westwood, and Ewan Rosa make up the rest of the bench, with Dan Uster, Ntutuko Nchunu, and Kuni Ostaisen for the Sharks, LaRue Roots, Tino Mavasere, who's played really well last week. I was impressed with him. Grant Williams, Lionel Crenier, preferred to Bertie Chamberlain, and our Cheetahs guy, I can't remember his name though, Masuku, or I think that's his name. And then Rohan Janssen van Rensburg is on the bench. Francois Venter preferred to him this week. So just looking at current form, how it's been going, the game will start very soon. A much heavier pack for the Dragons, which is quite strange to see. But 93% Welsh for the Dragons, 100% South African in the starting lineup. Overall, the squad, 91% Welsh with one South African, one Argentinian. For us, it's 96% South African with one Zimbabwean, and I think that's Mafasere. Last time we played the Dragons was back in November last year, and we beat them 69 points to 14. So hopefully a repeat would be nice. But honestly, with this Sharks team, I've just kind of learned not to expect a damn thing. Otherwise, it's just usually disappointing. So just gonna essentially watch the game and just hope for the best, really, at this point. Anything else is just dangerous. We are away, and it's a bit of a travel, so hopefully that won't have too much bearing on the game. But we will see. We have got a terrible, terrible away record at the moment. We have a terrible record at the moment, but our away part is even worse. So just waiting for the stream to come up here. Let's have a look. So this game is being played in the Rodney Parade Stadium. It's the last pool stage game of the Challenge Cup. Sharks have already qualified. Dragons can qualify if they get a bonus, if they get a victory or a draw with a bonus point. Otherwise, they're out. The Sharks average 29 points away and the Dragons averaged 24 points at home. So hopefully that'll be a good sign for us. But it's again not holding breath. Hi Carmen, I actually saw you, Carmen. I saw you commenting on the Toulouse Bath stream actually, and I was like, is that the same person? Turns out it is. So, how you doing? All right, the stream has to be up now. It's literally the game's kicking off. Come on, Sharkies. Nope, still not up yet. God, I hate it when they do this. It's like they just, yeah, I know it'll be like a minute behind for me because the stream is always a minute behind. Bocamoso, how you doing? Machele, how you doing, mate? Who we got in there? How many people we got in the young stream? 36. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and check out our sponsors in BOYLESPORTS and BITDEFENDER for all your betting and also for your internet security. I'm currently learning coding as it is actually, so trust me, it's important. And yep, especially with learning some interesting stuff recently about VPNs specifically, and how they're just not actually that what they are sold as is not what they're meant to be used for. But also just using public Wi-Fi is just very risky. So definitely check out Bitdefender and have a look at what they offer. I'm still waiting for this bloody stream to start. These internet streams are always late, especially, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So we'll just quickly have a look at the comments, see if anyone else is commenting at the moment. Albert, how you doing? Yeah, I'm. You're not wrong there, Albert. Every single game I've streamed, the South African team has lost. But usually, to be honest, I always predict the Sharks will lose, and that's when they win. So I'm just gonna keep going on that bandwagon. I think the Sharks will lose, just because it's dangerous to not to think they'll win. And it's, come on, how is this not working out yet? Stupid stream. Sorry about this, guys. There's always something wrong with the internet, isn't there? But it will be up soon, and we'll be right into the action. Hopefully there hasn't been an early try. Mapimpi was on fire last week, so hopefully he gets another couple of tries this weekend as well. The way he literally just, when he was like kind of jogging and made the flippin' Oyano team look slow, it was so funny. Yeah, I can't believe this. I can't believe how long it's taking. Yeah, you're with me on that one. Not surprised. Oh, Chiefs. Exeter Chiefs are playing Bayonne. Okay, seriously, where the hell is this stream? Is there just like no stream coming from the stadium? Is anyone like actually watching it? Because I'm literally getting nothing from this stream. Nope. Right, that's it. I'm literally gonna reload the entire page. Rugby. Because this is ridiculous. We're almost 5 minutes into the game and it hasn't come up yet. Right, let me get it on flipping thing so I can let you know what the hell's going on, at least from a scoreboard point of view. Still 0-0, just so you know. The stream still hasn't come up yet, which is just ridiculous. That's why I hate this website so much. It's so unpredictably bad. Let me see if I can try and find it on another one. Maybe I can grab it on a different website. No, of course, it's not even on that one. The game's definitely started, so. Ibn is not playing. He's his child was just born, so he's playing dad. Dwayne's getting scouted by the Stormers as a coach. Very, very good idea. The man's a legend. Oh my god, this is just okay. I can't believe how bad this is. It's just no stream. I'm going to check if the Exeter game has a stream. Yep, they have a stream. So it must be the stadium. It must be the stadium. Actually, no, even Exeter doesn't have a stream. It's not coming through. Give me a second, everyone. Sorry about this. And just the internet is also incredibly slow right now, because of course it is. Right, come on. It's literally 6 minutes. Right, okay. So I need to find a way to get this bloody game up. This is ridiculous. Right. This might work. I mean, hopefully this will work. No, that's not going to work. Cancel that. Come on. No. 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 So that doesn't help. How else am I going to be able to do this now? I literally used this for the bloody the Lions game. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think any streams are coming through of the match. Okay, so there's finally a stream now for the Exeter Bayonne game. So maybe that will now bring one up for the Sharks. This is ridiculous. Right. At least I'm going to keep you up to date with the score while we wait for a stream to start working, if ever. But it's not looking. It's still 0-0. I'll even tell you what's been going. Okay. I don't even think anything's happened in the game so far. Not really sure what to do here, actually. None of these 3 links works. In which case, there's a problem with the coverage coming out of the stadium. I'm just going to have to keep refreshing until hopefully something pops up. But at this rate, it's not happening, so I'll just chat to you guys. What do you guys think? Predictions, score predictions. Screen shows 3-0. Well, at least it's showing on the scoreboard. Can't believe we're 8.5 minutes in and I still don't have a stream for it. And 3-0. So Kai Evans with a penalty to take the Dragons out to a lead after 7 minutes. Right, I'm going to literally just exit the entire thing. Also, sorry if I am a bit sniffly. It's been a really, really cold day here in Edinburgh today. Yeah, there's nothing available. Literally nothing available. So I will keep you up to date with the score as it ticks over while I try and find another way around this. PSTV. Yeah, I'm not in South Africa though, don't forget. So I can't use it. So this is a thing? Can you just use this? Or is this one like a pay one? I think I might be able to use this. Give me a second. Seriously? Piss off. Right, so that's not working. Good. This is going well. Oh my god, we have a stream. Finally. Thanks. So, 10 minutes into the game. Oh my god, the conditions are torrid. We are 3-0 down, but the game is finally up. And so I guess we'll get going from here. Now I need to catch up and figure out what's going on. So we have a line out. Not 10 minutes in, we have a line out. Goes to the middle, through Raal. Bosch launches a high bomb. Fassi is chasing. And there's a penalty. And someone was ahead of the kicker because you know the Sharks love giving away retarded penalties. And the Dragons take it quickly. Roberts feeds the fly half in. Blacker. He kicks through. And it's going to go into the dead ball, into the in goal. And Fassi will tap it down. 15 was offside, so it was Fassi. It'll be a goal line dropout for Bosch, who launches it downfield. He brings it up to about just over halfway. And it's Kai Evans who's going to run it and then kick it back at them. He's kicked it into the 22. Bosch could have marked that, but he decides to run it instead. And he's met by Aaron Wainwright. Although now it's gone to Oxen Chair, who's running through multiple people and then knocking the ball on. Or no, sorry, dropping it backwards. But there is a knock on from a Dragons player, so it'll be a scrum to the Sharks. And I almost dare not change this stream because we might not never find it again. But I want one that's a bit clearer. That's awful quality. Nope, that's the only one. Great. So it's the Sharks put into the scrum. 11 minutes into the game, and it feels like it's just started. It is torrid conditions, so I'm not expecting a huge scoreline in this game. It is pretty piss poor conditions. It's pissing it down. Hendricks will feed the scrum. Solid scrum from both sides. Hendricks is told to use it. Off to Bosch. Bosch will kick this one. He kicks it quite low. And it's gone all the way to Kai Evans in the 22. Kai Evans launches it back, and it's a big kick. But it goes straight to Bosch. Bosch runs it up, kicks again. And that kick's going to go too long, and it goes into the in goal. But is that the number 10, Blacker? Yeah, it's Blacker who runs it back and then clears from the edge of the 22. And that will go out on about the 10-meter line. Net gain for the Sharks there, so not bad. But just a lot of boring kicking. But then again, it's a wet night, and it must be freezing. So makes sense. Sharks always look nervous. And they've got a lot to be nervous about. They're so shite. Mbata throws, and it's not straight. I swear, I don't rate Fez Mbata at all. I think he's pretty meh. I don't particularly like Dan Ewister that much, but he's better than Fez Mbata. And we used to have the best hookers in South Africa, and now decisively average. But it's good to see Hanro Jacobs getting a start. Obviously, Etzebeth is away on family duty with the birth of his child. Congratulations to him, by the way. Um, and probably a future Springbok, or was it girl? A girl. It might have been a girl. Um, what is what are the Springbok women? Are they called Springbok women, or I can't remember what they were called. I think it's just Springbok women. Um, so Dane Blacker feeds the scrum, gets it out to his fly off in Will Reed. Sorry, Will Reed's the fly off, and I think there is a penalty. What was this penalty for? It was lost forward originally by Steph Hughes, but they had to come back for a penalty, and I'm not sure what the penalty was for. But anyway, Will Reed will go for the touchline. Look to eat up as many meters as he can on that kick. Brings play up to about the 22, just outside the Sharks 22. Um, you're right. If it's raining, yeah, I'm not surprised there was no stream considering the conditions. And that's also why it's probably such terrible quality. The Dragons throw to the front. Oh, and it's a good move here, but it's been dropped. It's not a knock on. So the Dragons do still have it, and a big carry from Matthew Screech. And they try a kick over the top. Mapimpi's having to. And Will Reed has done so well there to get there first and gather it. Dragons putting Sharks under huge pressure here. And here is Brad Roberts with a carry, met really hard by the Sharks defense, carried backwards. And it was Fenter who carried him backwards there. Dragons still on attack here, moving the ball. Oh, and there's a snipe. And he's passed it straight to Lucanio who clears it downfield. And there's going to be a chase on here. And Fassi and I think it was Bosch chasing. And it was and Cohen Bosch has completely missed the tackle and allowed the player to run and kick downfield. And it's another chase because no one's back for the Sharks. And the Sharks are going to concede. And it is Jared Rosser. And that sums up the Sharks for me in its entirety. And it also sums up how awful Cohen Bosch is these days. And that was just absolutely shocking from the Sharks. If Fassi and Bosch were chasing, why is there no winger sweeping? Unbelievable. Absolutely shocking from the Sharks. But again, so predictable. They are so predictably bad. I did think that I tell you what, he gassed Jaden Hendrickson for days. No, I'd say that's a try. He got that. Yeah, there was pressure from his body, not his hand, but his body. So I'd say that was a try. And that just sums up the Sharks, really. Just, oof. Maybe it wasn't so clear cut. I would have had a look at that if I was the ref. But Jesus Christ, I'm not even surprised. Like the Sharks team is just unable to go back to back and unable to put two good performances in. They are going to have a look at this try. I think they've already look. I don't believe it's a try, but they've already awarded it. Tough. I think they've already awarded it, so tough. Don't go no. Like don't go back all the way back once you're already all on the flipping halfway line. He doesn't touch it down with his hand, but his body does. So, and now he made a real hash of that. Okay, so it's not going to be a try. It's not going to be a try. But I mean, in all honesty, like the way the Sharks are playing and just reacting to shit, like we don't even. Like, I already know we don't deserve to win this game. That's although that is a very poor finish from Jared Rosser. He should have done so much better. All he had to do was dive straight onto it. That was awful. It's after dark, wet conditions. It's winter. I don't care. You should certainly be able to. That's no excuse for lack of effort. Bosch with a long clearance, so it is 3-0 still. He clears up to halfway. And big number eight, well, I should say big number eight, he's not actually that big. Aaron Wainwright trucks it up. Will Reed feeds inside to his forwards before who was that? Number six, Ollie Griffiths. Because I don't know this Dragon side really. And then the scrum off in Blacker chips it over the top and goes out on the Sharks 22. So it will be. Oh, was that a 50-22? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. So it's a Sharks lineout. The delay, you're right. Fair enough. Why is time off now? What's oh, there's an injury. And it's to Lapis Labascafni. He's receiving some head treatment here. I imagine he's checking if there's an HIA needed. And just having a look at the Jared Rosser no try, he should have done so much better there. So much better. So Lapis Labascafni is okay. He's back up and he's trundling back to the 22. And we will, I think, get on with play here. And it's the Sharks line out, although that doesn't mean much considering Fez and Barter can't usually throw straight. So we probably lose this, and Dragons will go and score. We do win this lineup. Hendrickson to Bosch. Bosch is going to clear, and it's a long kick from Bosch. Rio Dyer goes back to the 22 to collect. Kai Evans is going to boot it downfield to a waiting Cohen Bosch. He runs it outside the 22 and then kicks it back. Will Reed this time will kick it. Bosch again. And another kick. And I really wish that they would stop doing this in rugby. And Jaden Hendricks is just not retreating because he doesn't have to. As long as he stops and then the player runs a few meters, he can go and try and tackle him. Bosch off the side of his boot, but as long as it doesn't go into the in-goal area, it's actually not a bad kick. And there's just like zero chase. And so I think this is who is that? The scrum off, I think. He chips over the top, chips over Cock. Cock then does get back. He's shepherded it out though. And just zero chase from the Sharks and just zero kind of desire. Blacker, the scrum half, could just run the ball back, chip over the top, and then smash Cock into touch. And I don't get this Sharks team. I really don't. Like, we're 20 minutes in, they've done absolutely zero in this game. Admittedly, we've only seen the second 10 minutes, sorry. But still. Penalty away for offside against the Sharks, and you'd think that the Dragons will slot this over for another three. And I am beginning to hate supporting this team because they are just so incredibly fucking boring and useless. They are so bad. This is more painful than watching England when they were really bad. Well, it went. Yeah, they were bad for a while, but Kai Evans is going to slot this easily, and it'll be 6 points to 0 as it shows on the scoreboard already. But yeah, I just can't. Yeah, I mean, they can't get into Dragons territory because all they do is they kick in midfield with Bosch, who apparently doesn't want to do any running tonight. Man, I can't with this team. They are so dire. I can't. I can't. Carly, I really can't. Like this team just literally destroys my soul. And Kai Evans lines it up and slots it over, and 6 points plays nil. And to be honest, the Sharks are lucky that that's all it is. Yet watching England when they're bad is nice for everyone else. Sadly, I support them. Although I'm excited for the Six Nations, to be honest. So the Sharks will restart. Bosch will kick off, and no real chase there, just all up as a line, which was all right. But great clear. Oh, very good clearance kick from, I think it was Dane Blacker, and it'll be a line out just inside the Sharks half. I need to remember that I don't want to stream Sharks because I don't enjoy it. Call the Drakensberg boys quiet. They'd probably do better. I almost auditioned to join the Drakensberg Boys Choir, but I think that when I was just too old at the point where I wanted to. So the Sharks did win their line-out. Mbata has it at the back. They're up over halfway, and it is rolling forwards. Penalty advantage for the Sharks. Legal sack by the Dragons, and I think the penalty will just be awarded. Oh, in from the side at that maul, which caused it to collapse. So there'll be a penalty. And there might be an injury here to Corneral. Looked like his leg or his shin. And we're just literally it's just time's off at the moment while I think it's his knee. So the medics are just checking over, and then we'll get restarted with a penalty kick, and I'm assuming they'll go for the touch because I don't think they'll kick from here. It's weird to see Werner Koch with his hair tied up. That's unusual. He's got a scrunchie. Again, not a fan of this Sharks kit. I think it's really not a great kit. I don't like the gold. There's very little character to it. Yeah. Yeah, Jordan Hendricks said, "We just need a fly half. We need another fly half." And at this point, yeah, we should definitely start him. Just put him straight into the starting team. Because I can't go like Cohen Bosch just isn't it. He's not it anymore. He needs to go to France and have some fun because he's been playing pretty awfully for like a couple of seasons now. And I like the guy. And like he used to be my favorite fly half, and he's just no, he doesn't do it anymore. He never really did it, but it's just not. He's not the right person. So Mbata will have a line-out throw on the Dragons 22, and Grobbelaar can't take it cleanly, but we do still maintain the ball, and it is Francois Fenter goes down the midfield. Hendrickse off to Mbata. Hendrickse recycles off to James Fenter. Sorry, Jacobs. We're into the 22. and then we give away a penalty for holding on and just not protecting our ball. 24 minutes in, the Sharks have done 0 in this game. And this gives me really like similar vibes to when I went and watched them play a couple of years ago in Glasgow. I got there late, to be fair, but they were just absolutely dire. And it was wet, it was windy, it wasn't a pleasant game, and we couldn't do anything. We did absolutely nothing. We offered nothing to the game. Um, and it's looking dangerously similar, honestly. And it was so passive. He didn't even do anything. He like, yeah, just awful from the Sharks. And Ryan Woodman rises high in that line out for the Dragons. They've set the maul, but it's not really going anywhere. And I think they're going to have to use it. Black is going to have to use it. Sharks have done well to disrupt this, but the Dragons have managed to keep it. Just remember, when we met this team less than 2 months ago in South Africa, we beat them by 55 points. And now we can't even do anything against them. Yes, okay. I don't think it's raining that much anymore, but I'm sorry. This is, oh my God. Fussy has to pick it up because it just completely eludes Mavimpi. Off the kick, off Black's kick. Navaskakni. Sorry, no, it was Ral. Totally different hair colors. Hendrickson trying to get the ball out through the back of it. Aaron Wainwright lifting the leg of a player there, so that's a bit dangerous. Hendricks feeds Pepsi Buthelezi, who steps back in field. Definitely the 5 seconds had ended there, but the ref just wasn't calling it. Lucky us. Hendricks managed to tap pass it off to Jacobs, and then there's a penalty, luckily for the Sharks, because they were about to get turned over. Fassi making it look like he wants to play quickly. I don't think he should. Bosch with the clearance. Let's see how far he can take play up to. He takes it in, I think, inside the Dragons' half, which finally we have some form of territory. Sharks' ball handling, to be fair, has always been bad. Let's just remember that. So Mbata just that was almost not straight again. Bosch launches a high bomb for Fassi and for Francois Fenter to chase. It's bounced. They've let it bounce, and Kai Evans has to pick it up and clear downfield. It's gone over the head of Fassi, but it's bounced infield. Sorry, it was Hendrickson, not Fassi. And Bosch launches another bomb. This is going to be for Hendrickson to chase. And they've let it bounce again. Hendricks has claimed it. They're up to the 22. What are the Dragons doing, letting all these bounce? Pepsi Buthelezi managed to get over Ollie Griffiths. He offloads it off the floor. Hendrickson feeds Fassi, that he decides to go back the other way, and I'm almost losing it forwards. He then drops it backwards. Sharks' handling is dire. It's so bad. And then we get turned over. And they've got space. Werner Koch is practically defending on his own. The Dragons cut back in field, and thank God Labis Levaskakni was tracking back. Ross passes to Wainwright, who then drops it cold. But Jesus Christ, this Sharks team's handling is fucking terrible. And tell you what, hasn't looked good since flipping since before the World Cup, when he, like, at that moment when he got injured, he was playing like his best rugby, and since then he's just been decisively average. Grobler with a great track back tackle. True. I mean, Durban, like, you never play in this cold temperature. That's true. But at the same time, like, tough. Like, deal with it. Learn to play in it. You can't just go, "Oh, it's cold." Like, you're in a European tournament, you have to learn to deal with it. It's been what, 3 years in not in this competition, but 3 years in, URC. You're playing these teams regularly during the year. You can't use that as an excuse anymore. Otherwise, "Oh, the Box lost to," if they lost to England because it was cold every time, like, come on. You telling me you wouldn't complain? Bosch with a long kick downfield, but again, it's way too long, and it's gone well over the dead ball line, so they'll come all the way back to where he kicked it. Another unforced error from the Sharks. And there'll be a scrum deep in our own half, because Bosch just, yeah, you can't, you really, yeah, I agree with Carly. You can't make those kind of excuses at this level. Like, this is your job. You have the time to prepare for this. This is all you do. You can prepare. Like, go train your handling in a wind tunnel and throw water at them. I don't care. Do something where they have to, perform under just ridiculous conditions, more drastic than they'll ever have. They can deal with that. They'll deal with this easily. But this has been the most pedestrian first half of rugby from a team I've seen in a long, long time, which is saying a lot because this Sharks team keeps doing this. Looking at our bench, the Sharks bench, uh, for the most part, I think the Sharks bench is better than the Dragons bench. And there are quite a few players that I'm actually looking forward to coming on at this rate. Okay, so the Dragons got quickly take a quick off the back of the scrum, and the scrum half kicks through. Fassi clears up and then kicks downfield. Much better kick from Fassi than any of Bosch's bloody kicks. But Black has a decent amount of time to clear. Fassi trying to charge down, but there's a good territory gain from the Sharks. And the Sharks will have a throw in on the Dragons' 10-meter line. We have to get something before half time. Seriously, we do. We've offered nothing to this game. But will he actually hit his man? Let's have a look. He does in Krobler. Venter breaks off the back. Hendrickson chips over the top, and it's for Francois Venter to chase and It is cleared and gathered by Steph Hughes. They're on their 5-meter line though. I think we put Jaden Hendrickson at 10 for the moment and just get Bosch off the field. Grant Williams and Jaden Hendrickson will be so much. I think it'll be better. So much more creative at this point. And Grant Williams needs to be on the pitch. So Blacker just marshalling his troops, using his forwards to get a platform so that they can clear. Getting it to the back of the outstretched forward's leg, and Blacker clears. Hasn't found touch, and Mapimpi Fields feeds it to Bosch. He has both Mapimpi and Cock outside him. Decides to take on the line himself and does literally nothing. Hendrickson feeds Jacobs. Jacobs with a good step and a couple of meters made. Hendrickson to Lapaskafny. He also takes on the line, but is brought to ground immediately. Hendrickson to Pepsi Buthelezi. This is one-off runners. It's really boring. Lapis Lapaskakni again. Met well by 2 players. Hendrickson. Bosch. Defender. Tackle has to release. Dragons are defending well. Venter takes on the line. The Sharks not really going anywhere except side to side, but hopefully a hole will open up to do that. Jakobs. He's a big man, is Jakobs. Hendrikse feeds Bosch. Bosch. Little offload to Krobler. Krobler's through the line. Offloads to Lapis Labaskakni. They're up to the 22. Hendrikse plays quickly to Bosch. Bosch to Mapimpi. Mapimpi steps back in field. Could be a turnover here. No, luckily. Hendrikse out to Corne Raal. Raal offloads to Lapis Labaskakni. Hendrikse to Oxenche. Oxenche gets tackled, but he passes out the back. Bosch offloads quickly. Hendrikse to Fenter. They're inside the 22, just. Hendrikse will feed to Mbata. Mbata takes on the line. Tackled really well there by the Dragons. Advantage for not rolling away. Hendrikse delays the pass to Mapimpi. Mapimpi's made a couple of meters before he's pushed back slightly. He's got his knees down. They have to release. No, he's carried on. Hendrikse picks up quickly to Oxenche, to Mbata. They're almost there. They're literally 20 centimeters away. Hendrikse with the easiest put down on the try line you will see. And the Sharks do open the try scoring tally. And at least the first time we're in Dragons territory, we score. And finally, we're doing something creative. And who was orchestrating it all? Hendrikse. Not Bosch, Hendrikse. And thank God the Sharks have done something in this half. Brilliant from Jaden Hendrikse in the build up to that, in everything. And they just very quickly putting it down. The conversion will be fairly simple. It's almost directly in front. And it's just because there was so much movement in that phase play that there were just no pillars available for the Dragons to defend with. So Hendrikse just goes, easily puts it down. 7 points to 6. The Sharks finally take the lead. A great carry there from Oxenche, and it was a really good offload to Mbata as well. They're linking up well, those two at the moment in broken play. Lapislav Skakni's been down a couple of times this game. He's back up. He was down again though. And Kai Evans stepping up to restart the game. Sharks ahead by 1 after scoring their first try. And Kai Evans goes long. And the Sharks make a complete mess of it because neither Krobler or I think it was Labaskakni, neither of them decide to take it. They do manage to mop it up, luckily. And then the Dragons give away a penalty. Mapimpi wanting to take it quickly. And Bosch will clear here. Less than 3 minutes of this first half. First name up Monday in the Sharks boardroom is Bosch. Is he worth it? Yeah, I've been saying this for a while now. I like the guy, but he's just he doesn't work for us anymore. He just doesn't. And we need Hendrik. Well, I don't know if Hendrikse will, but we need something different. We have, I think it's Masuku from the Cheetahs last year, who hasn't even been on a bench yet, and he was tearing it up. So why are we not giving him a go? So Buthelezi rises high and claims Mbata's throw-in. They've set the maul. Referee says they can come in now. Sharks maul moving forward slightly. They're up to the 10-meter. There's one stop, so Hendrikse is going to have to use it soon, and does. Goes to Fenter. Fenter out the back to Bosch. Bosch with a long pass to Fassi. Fassi with a chip through. Bernikock chasing. He's going to put his opposite Rio Dyer under pressure with a great tackle from Fassi. Cock trying to get over there. And Dragons have done well to get back and clear that up. They feed the forwards to set a platform, and I bet you that Dane Blacker is going to go for a box kick here. Oh, and there's a penalty to the Sharks. And it could be a 10-point swing here for the Sharks just before halftime. And it's Wainwright who's penalised. Now, will they go for the poles or will they go for the corner? I think they're going to go for the corner. Great turnover there from who was that? Look like Cock. 1 minute left of this half. 1 minute left of the half. Can the Sharks score? So Bata, well, he needs to find his man here and maybe set the rolling maul and get us over the try line. They throw to the front to Frobler. Oh, and oh, it's a great little move there. And Bata's he's kept out though. Jaden Hendricks passes to Buthelezi. Buthelezi takes on the line, but he's met well by Will Reed of all people. Smallest player on the pitch almost. And there might be a steal here. No, Screecher hasn't. He's good counter rugby. He hasn't turned it over. And Chair with a carry, just going a bit sideways now. Corneral will pick it up and go himself. Doesn't really have any support, but he makes less than a meter. James Fenter. We're in extra time now, so next break of play will be half time. Pepsi Buthelezi looks like he's going to go right. Picks up and goes, supported by Oxen Chair. Offside penalty advantage here. Hendricks are then taken out of the back of the ruck. They're going to come back for the penalty as the ball goes loose. The clock is in the red, and I imagine they'll do a tap and go here from a forwards. That was really cynical from Will Reed there. Certainly a penalty. Hendricks decides to take a step back. Oxenchair goes. Oxenchair, they're over the line, and Oxenchair has scored. Another try in as many games. That's a brilliant last 10 minutes of this half for the Sharks. That's a huge carry from Oxenchair, and that's really good from the Sharks because they've been almost nowhere in this first half except for the last 10 minutes. And I hope that they can carry this momentum into the second half because otherwise we're in for another boring second half. So, I think the Sharks will go into half. Oh my God! Please tell me Bosch doesn't miss this. So 6 points to the good for the Sharks. 2 tries. So we're halfway to our bonus point. I think Bosch does miss this. Yeah, I don't like this Sharks kit. And Bosch does miss. So halftime score will be 12 points to 6. And a very, very stuttery start there from the Sharks. But as you know, as we said, the last 10 minutes of that first half, pretty good. Not enough, but at least they took their opportunities in that last 10 minutes and scored 12 points in the last 10 minutes to take a 12 points to 6 halftime lead. That is the end of the first half, and I will see you back here in about 10 minutes for the second half. Hopefully, the Sharks show a little bit more throughout the entire second half instead of just 10 minutes of it. See you in 10 minutes, guys. Cheers. All right. And I think we are back with the teams running back out on the field. I do love that the poll says 19% chance of the Dragons winning, and with the way the Sharks are playing, that probably is a bit higher than that. Although in those last 10 minutes, I've got to admit the Sharks suddenly came out of nowhere. So we'll see. We'll see. I again, I'm not expecting that much, but at least we got a couple of tries in the last 5 minutes of that first half. But there was nothing else to write home about for the first half. It'll be the Dragons to kick off with Kai Evans. Dragons were unlucky. Well, yeah, they were a bit unlucky to not be tried to the good early on in the first half. I'll let you know if any changes have happened. I can't see any as of yet, but if there are, they'll come through in when I see them, or when they come through on the thing. Rio Dyer chased the kickoff. Lapis Labuschagne not taking it cleanly and dropping it forward, so an instant knock on. Apparently, okay, so there have been some Dragons replacements. Griffiths, the number 7, is off. He's been replaced by Tane Basham. So Tane Basham, I think, is yeah, he plays for Wales, so he's an international. Certainly someone who's good to bring on. Apparently, Jaden Hendrickson came out 5 minutes before everyone else and was practicing his box kicks. I don't think there have been any changes for the Sharks. So Oxenchair has scored 3 tries in his last 2 games, obviously including this one. Free kick to the Dragons, though. The Sharks engaging too early. Pretty sure they'll go for another scrum here. Yep. Off the free kick, the Dragons do go up for another scrum. Tane Basham, I think, is the only change that's been made at halftime. I wonder, what time do you guys reckon we'll see Grant Williams in this second half? Let me know. What kind of minutes do you think we'll see Grant Williams? Because Grant Williams is absolute class, but maybe just doesn't suit these conditions. And both teams standing up again. Multiple resets for this first scrum. We're already 2.5 minutes into this half, and we actually haven't even played yet. Oh, he's got his head low there. He's much taller than Oxenchair as well. So the ball finally goes in, and it's taken up quickly by Aaron Wainwright on the back of the scrum. He breaks through one tackle, and then there's a knock on. Or no, sorry, I think it's actually a knock on. No, it's a penalty. Oh, sorry, it was a knock on. Then it was upgraded to a penalty because of the Dragons, I'd say, petulance. Cohen Bosch with an absolutely weak tackle on Wainwright, and then Lapis took his legs out. Not the greatest of kicks from Bosch, unsurprisingly. And who's that? Is it? Oh, he's the scrummy, I think. In fact, it was a bloody useless kick from Bosch. He got it just outside the 22. Wind's picked up a bit there, so Mbata's going to have to be really good with his line-out throws here. Yep, go to the front, although I think that was not straight. You may see, so we may see a couple of stream drops here just because of the weather. So bear with me. It's just dropped there once. There's been another penalty to the Sharks. So Bosch will have another opportunity to get some distance. And in fairness to Bosch, actually, the wind has just picked up hugely. So kicking to touch won't be easy either. He's going to have to make sure of it each time. Driving through the side of the maul is what the penalty was for. Sharks are into the Dragons' half now. But they're going to go to the front, I reckon, for the rest of the game. They do go to the front. Through corner Ral. They've set the maul. Mbata's got it. The maul is moving forwards slightly. And to be fair to that, Hendrickson does manage to get it out. He gets the offload away to Fenter. Hendrickson to Oxenche. Sorry, it was Mbata with a quick offload to Fenter. Yep, Fenter. Hendrickson to Pepsi Buthelezi, who takes on the line. Really strong run there from the number 8. Hendrickson, they go back to the left now. Bosch with a kick over the top. From Mapimpi to chase. And the ball beats both him and Rio Dyer into touch. And that was good, actually. That was a good kick from Bosch. Sadly, it just didn't sit up. It just bounced straight towards the touchline. It'll be a defensive line out here for the Dragons, but they are under pressure now. And it'll be Brad Roberts to throw in. He also is going to have to be careful with his throws now with the wind picking up. And you can see the poles shifting and swaying in the wind. They throw to the front, just like the Sharks have been doing, and I think that's going to be the staple for the rest of the game while this wind is around. Their maul is not moving at all. Players are allowed to come in now. They're told to use it. And it's their scrum half, Dane Blacker, who kicks downfield. Mapimpi hasn't found touch. Mapimpi, Fassi's made him. No, he had his toes on the line. So the line out will be to tell you what, that was actually a pinpoint perfect kick. Oh yeah, no, just on the line. And so it'll be Dragons throwing at the line out. I can see why Mapimpi wanted to keep it in. So it'll be another line out for Brad Roberts. They go to the middle this time. The wind must have died out a bit. Brad Roberts gets it off the back, and then there's a forward pass there and a knock on. And it's Ackerman who can't take the ball cleanly and knocks it on. So the Sharks will have a reprieve there. Yeah, it was a forward pass as well. But he knocked. Oh, no, it's Tane Bash. No, it was Ackerman who knocked it on. Almost 10 minutes into this second half now. Still 0-0 in this second half. Neither team having a solid attack. And Sharks will enjoy playing off the back of this scrum. It's a good platform for them to attack because we know their scrum will be fairly stable. At least it should be. Yeah, you're damn right. He was definitely happy the ball was out. Otherwise, he was swamped by a bunch of forwards with none of his to help him. Sharks get the ball in, and they are moving forwards through the Dragon scrum, and they win the penalty. Hendrickson looking to take it quickly. No, they're going to go for their touch. But a good sign there from the Shark scrum. As soon as the ball went in, they started to boss through that Dragons scrum. Bosch slicing that terribly. Yeah, to be fair to Bosch, the wind is very strong at the moment, so I don't blame him for not going for too much distance and rather making sure that they keep possession. So Fez and Barter will throw into this line out as well. Um, yeah, the wind. I mean, the wind is wild and all over the UK. The wind here in Edinburgh is crazy right now, and it is for I think the whole week. Barter goes to the middle. I mean, it was caught on his outside, but the player had leaned in, so I thought that wasn't straight, but sure. It's a bit scrappy at this ruck. Hendrickson does get it out the back to Fenter. Fenter stabs it through. He is impeded, but no call from the referee, and they've just kicked away possession, which is really frustrating. So Dragons do have it. Reed playing scrum off at the moment, feeds Tane Basham. Reed really struggling to get this ball to the back of this ruck so he can box kick. He does box kick. It's high. Hendricks is going to have to deal with this. Rio Dyer hunting him down, although it's actually Brad Roberts who gets to him first. Mapimpi acting as scrum off. Feeds Mbata. Warneral supports. So with Hanro Jacobs as well. Hendrickson. There, he's also going to look to box kick this. And does so. Mapimpi chasing. Lets him, and it's been dropped. It's been dropped by the Dragons player. Sharks have it back, and then Mapimpi drops it in the ruck. But it'll be a Sharks scrum first. Sorry, I got distracted by a video of two British Navy ships bumping into each other on Friday. What, because of wind or because they just did? Well, this week, so up until Friday, we were in like 0 to -degrees with about a -5 wind chill. Everything was frozen solid, like really horrible. It's not as cold anymore, but now it's windy and wet. So until spring comes and we actually have some good weather, it's just pretty horrible here in Scotland. Taking a while, they're having a water break. Looked like they were having a water break. Weather sunny in Valencia must be nice. And there's another change here. So it's Rodri Williams is on, which I think means Dane Blacker has left the field. That should be in the port. Okay. So the ball is into the scrum. Pepsi Butalesi picks up off the back and runs straight into Will Reed. Hendrickson off the Lapis Labiskatni. But Tane Basham levels him, or rather chops him down. Hendrickson to Hrobala. Hendrickson out the back to Bosch. Bosch, not a great pass to Fenter, but Fenter does manage to hold on to it. And then Fenter is leveled. Hendrickson again to Lapis Labiskatni. God, that name getting me every time. When I know him, it's just that name of Hendrickson probably looking for a box kick here. Although I'd say it's a bit too close to the 22 to I mean, he's going to have to launch this really high and not too far. And he's got it into the 22, and it's really easily read by Rodri Williams, and takes the mark. And that was the thing. It's like, why kick it from there? Like, play. And it's a good banana kick there from the reserve scrum off. Really good banana kick, using the wind very effectively. And it was number 12, so it was Harry Ackerman who hit Fenter really well there. So Fezambata will have a line-out throw on the Sharks' 10-meter line. Still at no points in this second half. 13 minutes in. Throws to the front. Sharks do get it well, and the maul is rumbling forwards quite early on. Still going. Tell you what, I cannot wait till Bongi Numby's back. Hendrickson launches a bomb off the back of the maul for Mapimpi to chase. The ball is swirling in that wind. Rio Dyer does gather it. Mapimpi brings him to ground. Krobela takes Screech to ground. And here is Williams. Williams with a long box kick. Fassi to field. Fassi catches well. They're trying to pull him to the touchline. They can't do so. Hendrickson off to Corneral. Oh, Rodrigo Martinez is on the field, by the way, for the Dragons. And it's their scrum half who pops it over the top to Fassi, kicks it downfield. It's a big kick from Fassi, but I think this is going to roll dead, or at least it's not going to go into the goal in goal because Will Reed touches it and then slices it, and this brings play just outside the Dragons 22, and Will Reed will be frustrated with himself. That was a bad mistake there. Big mistake there from the Dragons. With 25 minutes left in this game, the Sharks do have a great attacking opportunity at this line-out, and I think they'll look to maul, just like they have been in the previous ones. They go to the front. Corneral rises high and gets it, and it's not straight. And I know Fezambata has a tendency to do this, but also the conditions are crap tonight, so I do at least give him a little bit of sympathy tonight for that. And it looks like there might be a change here. Yep, Henry Jacobs is heading off, and Kuni Oosthuizen is coming onto the field. Kuni Oosthuizen I really rate. I think he's a great player. The man's strong. Yes, I can tell you that living here as a person who's used to hotter countries is very depressing sometimes. It's called seasonal affective disorder. South Africans suffer a lot in the UK from seasonal affective disorder. So it's put into the scrum for the Dragons with Williams. Kuni Oosthuizen straight to ground, I'd argue. Dragons told to use it, and Williams with a box kick, end over end. Fassi fields it with his foot. Really clever that from Fassi, which is unusual from him. Oh, and he again, like last week, Fassi chases his own kick and gathers it in the air. Brilliant there from Fassi. Oxenche, midfield. Hendrickson. Bosch with a bomb. And it's so high with the wind, so bad that it's come back towards them. And the Dragons get a penalty because as much as Lukanya did put his hands up when he was asked to retreat, the ball came back in the wind right next to him, so he had to be penalised. And it's an unfortunate penalty, that, because there's not much he could have done about that, to be honest. I feel for Am on that one. But again, Am, his name, barely said it. He's done nothing in this game. So really good kick there from Will Reed to get Dragons in a stronger position. They are just outside the Sharks 22. So they go to the centre, and it's Matthew Screech who rises high for it. The maul is going forwards, but sideways as well. Now it's going forward very simply. Like there's the Sharks have all fallen away, and it's gone down to ground through their own play momentum, so it won't be a penalty. Now they're using their back line. Williams feeds Roberts. Williams again. We'll go to Wainwright. Wainwright supported by Woodman. Williams. Oh, it's a big hit on the number 3, Leon Brown. There's the penalty advantage to Dragons. Williams tries to dart himself. And here's the almost try scorer in Rosser, acting as scrum half now. Leon Brown. Williams has to go in and then out and in again. And they're just running into each other at this point. Screech. They're about 7 meters out. And the penalty will come. We'll come back for the penalty to the Dragons. Will they go for touch here? Will they go for the 3 points and close it to a 3-point ball game? Yeah, they looked very lost in that attack to the Dragons. 20 minutes left in the game. Not 21 minutes left in the game. The Dragons just didn't look like they knew what they were doing. Cunningham stays in with a good tackle on Leon Brown. And they are taking the 3 points. Interesting. I would have said they will need to score a try, I think, to win this game. So I would have thought they would have gone to the corner. But let's see. Will they close it to a 3-point game? It's Kai Evans again, who's a really good goal kicker for the Dragons. And it is 12 points, plays 9. A couple of changes being made here. Roberts is off. So LaRue Roots has replaced Rahl, and Benjamin has replaced Roberts. It's gone deep to Wainwright. Wainwright's trying to run it out. He's not outside the 22, so they can kick directly to touch. Will Reed, he's not kicked it out. He's gone long. Bosch is back. He's going to launch a bomb for Fassi to chase, except it's a much further kick than I think he wanted it to be. And in the wind, it's drifted to the left. Kai Evans catches. Hendricks is off. Grant Williams is on. Bosch has to track back after Kai Evans' kick, and that's a net gain territory for the Dragons. Into the last 20 minutes, the last quarter of the game. Kai Evans is playing decently. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, if you're not already. Check out our sponsors in BitDefender and BOYLESPORTS as they continue to help us bring you all of this lekker content. So Dragons have got that retained their line out. They've set the maul. It's scrappy. The Sharks are challenging at this maul well, and the ball's not coming out. So there will be a turnover ball. Oh, sorry, it's a knock on from the Dragons. It'll be a scrum to the Sharks. And I'm glad to see Grant Williams on the field. So sorry, I realised I was zoned out there. We will be so the Sharks are going to set down the scrum, and Grant Williams is now on the field. which I'm thoroughly excited for because the man is just lightning. And the Sharks win another penalty at the scrum. Grant Williams wanting to take it quickly. He's tripped up by Tane Basham. Bosch will now have a kick to the line out. Hopefully he can get some good distance on this one. With the wind, it's quite difficult. It's all right. He brings play just outside the Dragons' 10-meter line. Albert, will the Sharks win? They should, but I don't. Okay, so Mchunu's come on for Oxenche, and I do rate Tutuko Mchunu. He's got some pace, that man. When he makes a break, he can move. So Mbata throws to the front. Grobler does claim it well. It's a good maul here set by the Sharks. Grant Williams just marshalling it from the back. He's going to have to use it. Mbata hands it off to him. Not a knock on because he gathered it. Then there's a knock on. And poor from the Sharks, another handling error. Really scrappy from the Sharks. Yeah, Albert, I think the Sharks will find a way to lose this game, in all honesty, knowing them and the way that the other South African teams have kind of gone this weekend. I think the Sharks are more likely to find a way to lose it than find a way to win it. So, God knows at this point. We've got 15-ish minutes left to play. 16 minutes left to play. Need to get to the goal line and score. Yeah, they need Sharks need to score next. I tell you what, LaRue Roots is massive. So the scrum's got to be reset because both teams stood up. Dave Davies, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. 65 people watching. How you doing, guys? It's a 7 o'clock on a chilly night here in Edinburgh, but I'm watching a game that's in Wales. A game very much in the balance. This is a bit of an arm wrestle. This one, they're constantly looking for territory. Williams will get it. Actually, both scrum must score. Williams will get it out the back of the scrum to Ackerman, the number 12. Fenter trying to get over that, but can't do so. Williams will tackle Williams as he tries to step through. Basham feeds Reed. Reed's charged down. Oh, I thought he was charged down. That's how bad the stream is. Werner Koch feeds Fassi. Fassi will return the ball downfield. There's a 50-22 on here, I think. Williams has stopped it. Oh, he's touched that while he was out. I'd say they need to look at that. I'm pretty sure he went out. Bosch. He kicked it and Bosch has got it now. Bosch had it and then passed it to Werner Koch. Werner Koch stopped in midfield. Williams steps in field. Sorry, steps inside. Butalezi will act as scrum off. No, actually, you won't. Sorry, Fenter will. LaRue Roots, the biggest man I think I've ever seen. Height and just, Jesus, he's big. And yet he still looks like a child. Williams will probably look to box kick this for Mapimpi to chase. Mapimpi was in front of the kicker there, but he's not been called for it. Yep. Told you. Mapimpi was in front of the kicker, so they'll come all the way back to halfway for a penalty. He did really well there to keep that ball in, considering the bounce was disgraceful for him. The reserve scrum half. Oh, this has become a bit of a weird game now. Sharks have already qualified, Dave, yeah. Sharks are already through. So I think there's another change here. Dan Uester, I think, is on for Fez and Bata. Or no, sorry, Fez and Bata's down at the moment. There was a change. I just didn't see who it was. The Sharks need to win to create a winning mentality. They've because they've not gone back-to-back wins, I think, in this entire this year. I think they've won 2 games this year, 3 games this year. So Fenta has also gone off, which means Rohan Janssen van Rensburg is on the field. Grant, you're not wrong. I can't just say Williams at this point. You're right. I'll start trying to say their names, but there are so many of them. I mean, just in the Welsh side, sorry, in for the Dragons, to be fair, there's only one. No, there are only two actually, but the problem is they're both playing scrum half. It was in the last game where there were so many of the same names. So many Joneses in the last game I did, the Lions versus the Ospreys. So penalty on halfway for the Dragons. Will Reed will look to him eat up as many meters as he can. And there's another change here. Okay, so Fez and Butter is off and Dan Uester is on. Brings play up to 22. Sharks are on their 22, so it's just outside. Less than 13 minutes left on the clock. And unfortunately for the Sharks, the throw-in's not straight. And so it will be Sharks put into the scrum. Rohan Janssen van Rensburg is leaving. He's had his moments where he's been very, very good, but he's not been fantastic. But the thing is, neither of the Sharks. So it's not like a clear indictment on his own skills. It's just the Sharks have been trash. What are we looking at? About 12 minutes left in the game. So Grant Williams to feed the scrum, and immediately there's a penalty for the Sharks. And I think it's for slipping the bind. I think it was well, it would have been Cunha Stesen took Henry Jacobs. So it would have been I can't remember who it was who slipped, who's on the opposite of Cunha Stesen. So Bosch will clear the lines. That's a better kick from Bosch, that one. Brings play up to just outside the Dragons' 10-meter line. So Dan Uester with his first throw of the game. He just needs to hit his man. So I'd say go to the front of the line out for this first throw. And they do. They go to Throbler. No challenge from the Dragons. Sharks set the maul. And the penalty advantage there. Penalty advantage. Grant Williams, the long pass out to Janssen van Rensburg. Mapimpi steps in field. Penalty advantage is still being played for the Sharks. And it's the big number 4, Joe Davies, who's trying to rip the ball from Mapimpi. They'll come back for the penalty. And I think the Sharks will go for the corner here. Any signs of when Pua will return? Not a clue, mate. I have no idea. Although, to be honest, I don't really care. Like, he did nothing for us when he was playing. So I think, yeah, hopeful that he was going to do something when he came, but he was pretty average. 10 minutes left of the game, and the Sharks have an attacking line out just inside the Dragons' 22. Sharks need to be able to put away a team like the Dragons with relative ease, like we did the last time we played them at home. But this is not fantastic. Okay, so the Sharks go to the back of the line out this time and set them all. It is Frobler again who takes the line out. He's done well with his jumps today. Sharks still have the ball. The ball is moving forwards. Grant Williams is probably going to get it out fairly soon. The Route's just barreling through. The maul is still moving. They're almost up to the fight. They're up to the 5-meter line now. Still shepherding. Krobler still got it. Krobler will go over. And it's a try. The Sharks are over with a huge attacking maul there. Grant Williams doing really well just to let the ball stay in that maul. And what a try there for the Sharks with that maul. 9 minutes left and the Sharks take a commanding lead. LaRue Roots did really well there. And just not enough in the tank for the Dragons to defend that. It was just consistent maul. An 8-point lead, potentially a 10-point lead, will be with 8.5 minutes left is a good position to be in. But I won't say anything because South African teams have capitulated in the last 10 minutes recently. Bosch has missed another one. So the one thing he is good at, he's been shit at today. So it's only an 8-point lead. The Dragons are gonna have to throw caution to the wind here and do something special, which means that it's more likely the Sharks will get like an intercept or they'll make the Dragons will make a mistake. Dragons have made a replacement. Ackerman is off, and I think that means that Rosser has come. No, Westwood's come on. Grant Williams has got it. He's free, and if he can get this away, he's passed it way too hard to Mchunu, who drops it, and it's a turnover. Reed is also off, and I think Joe Westwood is on for him, or Rosser's on for him rather. Sharks have made a change as well. Williams box kicks is over the top. Venter is off, and what's his name? Mavasere is on. Williams with a box kick downfield. He's Mapimpi is chased, and it's Kai Evans who turns it inside out. The kick downfield is straight to Werner Koch, who's barely done anything in this game. He kicks downfield. They're just looking for that territory now, the Sharks, to keep them away from their half. And this is going to go into the in goal. Come on, keep going, go dead, go dead. Yeah, and it goes dead. They'll go all the way back to where the ball was kicked. Yeah, the Dragons can't afford to keep kicking this. They're going to have to run it. Mavasere, Mavasere is, I think, a real prospect for us. He's a good player. So the Sharks have an attacking scrum just outside the 22. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Grant, you're not wrong there. I miss when Cohen Bosch was just like a star. He was so good when he was like really young, when he just got to the Sharks. But at that point, he wasn't playing because bloody Dupree would keep picking his son, who was absolutely woeful for us. So the scrum will have to be reset here. Bosch having a chat with Grant Williams about what they want to do. So the scrum is getting underway again. And I have a feeling there's going to be a penalty or something in this one. No, that's pretty solid. Grant Williams got at the back. Pepsi Buthelezi controlling it well. Penalty advantage. Grant Williams picks it up. Leads it straight to Van Rensburg, who's taken down immediately. Then Williams off to Buthelezi, who takes it well, evades one tackle. They're into the 22. Grant Williams. Ooh, yeah. Bosch stabs it through for Fussy to chase, and Ross has missed it, but he then got back to claim it. Fussy's got him. Rosser and Fussy just basically death staring each other for a while. That was a good kick from Bosch. I'll give him that. That was a good kick. Oh, the ref's giving a yellow card here. Martinez has got a yellow card, and I'm not sure what for. That might be it for the Dragons. Oh, sorry, it was at the scrum. Of course it was. They came back for the scrum penalty. And they'll go to the corner here just to look for the bonus point try. They don't need it, but why not get it? Bosch kicks to the corner. God, I feel for Lionel Crenier going all the way to bloody Wales just to not get on the pitch. That sucks. Oh, that's one part of sport where I would just absolutely despise it. You travel all like half a day to get to this other country. It's tiring, and then you don't even play. Sharks set them all off this off this line out here. Grant Williams decides to go himself. He's been wrapped up just outside the 5-meter line. Mavasere feeds him Chunu. They Probler. Mavasere again. The Roots picks up. He's held up, and then he gets over. He forces his way over the try line, and that is the bonus point for the Sharks. And that is the Dragons out of the competition. And like I said, the bench has made a massive impact for the Sharks, and I said it would happen. And that will be the game. We'll just now see what the end score will be. So that will make it 24-9. The thing is, the Dragons haven't even looked like scoring, except for that one which was disallowed. And that was an opportunistic try. So Bosch will tap this over. Look, it's an ugly win, but it's finally a back-to-back win. And that's what makes me happy. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left of this game. And the Sharks have secured a bonus point. The Dragons are out now. And then I think Lionel Crenier has come onto the field finally to get like the 2 minutes of game time so that he's not uncapped in this after travelling all the way to bloody Wales. Kai Evans launches the kick downfield. He's been fielded well by Labaskachny this time, and he's off to the races. It's inside. Grant Williams can kick it dead if he wants to. Sorry, out. With it, Grant Williams with the box kick. It's not going to go out unless the wind really takes it. Drops very hard for Ewan Rosser, and Mapimpi has driven him back in the tackle. Sharks trying to turn it over, and they have. Sharks have turned it over. Pepsi Buthelezi to Krobler. Krobler out to Crenier. Crenier, horrible pass to Fassi. And it's Rohan Janssen van Rensburg who has to pick it up. Fassi with a little dink over the top to Koch. Koch drops it forwards. With 1 minute left, Dragons will have a scrum in the Sharks' half. And Brand Krobler with the man of the match for the Sharks. And yeah, he's had a great game. Had a really good game today. His lineouts today have been absolutely perfect. And so there'll be a scrum to see out the rest of this game. The Sharks will want to Sharks will want to just see out this game and try and keep the Dragons scoreless. Tryless, shall we say. So, I'll tell you what, the Dragons are one down in the back line. Sharks will. That's an early shove from the Sharks, absolutely. So it's a free kick to the Dragons. They will take it quickly through Williams. He offloads straight to. Oh, I thought it was Ryan Janssen van Rensburg, but no, it's to his own player. Williams. And Williams. Oh, this is awful from the Dragons. Mchunu's picked it up. He feeds to Grant Williams. Grant Williams steps one, steps two, and he's out around the corner. He kicks forward for Cock to chase. Werner Cock's going to get a try here. It's terribly dealt with by the Dragons, and Werner Cock dives on it to end the game. And Werner Cock does get a try in this game, and that will probably mean it's going to. Oh, and Grant Williams just stepping one, stepping two, getting on the outside. Really good kick through, and just awfully managed there by Kai Evans. After a decent game from the fullback, Chunu with a great pickup and run there. Yeah, Kai Evans are unfortunate to not be able to pick that up, and a really good finish there from Werner Cock. So will Lionel Creneur be able to get the penalty, the conversion, and see the game out to 31 points to 9? How does a Sharks fan feel after another win? I don't even know if I'm like relieved because we made that so much harder for ourselves than we should have. But I'm happy that we finally got a back-to-back win, and that is the end of the game. Sharks win 29 points to 9 against the Dragons. They can not well. They were already confirmed in the next round. The Dragons are now out, which means Zebre go through. And considering the URC this year, oh, that's surprising. Um, and yeah, so it's a good win for the Sharks. But in terrible conditions, I will give it to them. It was terrible conditions, so it is a good win on the scoreboard for the Sharks. And finally, we got a back-to-back victories. So that's great for the team, and hopefully they can build some momentum and some confidence from here. Thanks for joining me, guys. My name's Cal, and this has been the Dragons versus the Sharks. Sharks go through to the next round. Dragons are out, and up next, round of 16. So we'll see you guys next weekend for some more rugby action. Cheers.